What's up? What's going on in the wedding sphere and wedding planning and everything there?
I am getting married on the 25th of Jan.
My God.
This is a new information that has just very well gone live to the public. It's extremely nerve-wracking. I have done so many posts in my life. I've done thousands and thousands of posts. Not once did I have that kind of jitters and aches and crying and shivers that I did when I was announcing both my proposal picture and my save the date. Save the date, I had a full-blown panic.
Why?
I remember one of the artists who was going to be there involved during the wedding had come in for a meeting, and I took Raghav in the room and I said, Raghav, you have to hug this nervousness out of me. I'm going to pass out. Like I don't know what was happening. It just felt like all of a sudden you putting in a date, also like well in advance for people, because I care about the community that I've built.
Right.
I think they deserve to know when
That
the things
was
are
what I
happening
was going
from
to
my
come to.
mouth, not from an article, not
Right.
from a publication, like from my mouth they should know.
Absolutely.
जब वो रिलीज हुआ तो एकदम से लगा कि यार अब तो रियल है, अब तो लॉन्च कर दिया.
Shit just got real.
But exclusive stuff, not anybody knows this, but I'm getting married on Raghav's birthday.
Oh, so 25th of Jan is his
25th Jan
birthday.
is his birthday.
Wow.
Yes.
What a magical day to, tie the knot.
And it's going to be a destination wedding.
We know a lot. We know a lot now.
Yeah, I gave too much. That's it. I'm now stopping.
कोई बात नहीं. But again, a lot of people don't even बहुत influencers हैं. I know a couple who a couple of them who are at the same stage as you and they're prepping for their wedding. But a lot of them, they don't reveal the dates, they don't reveal the destination, they don't reveal this kind of stuff. So what was that feeling that you thought कि नहीं ठीक है, I want to reveal it to the people. I want to tell it.
It's just a
to
gut
them.
intuition. It's
Okay.
just the fact that I honestly I have never seen a community the way that I see my community. It's not just me. Anybody who's ever seen me out in public meeting people, like the way people hug me is like they found their sister, and I have never. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like I, the way that mothers have shed tears because I've made a difference to their life, and then the daughters have shed tears alongside. Like it could be whatever, like age group, demographic, whatever it is, but just the way that a community has connected with me, they've just made me feel like I'm in a very safe space. एंड अगर कुछ मुझसे गलती हो जाती है, 1 मिनट में फॉरगिव कर देते हैं. मेरी कम्युनिटी तो मुझसे गलती हो जाती है तो मेरे को दिखा भी देते हैं आईना, फिर मुझे करेक्ट भी कर देते हैं.
And then they accept
accept
you back with open arms.
With open arm, with a lot of grace, and hopefully इतनी बड़ी कोई गलती अभी तक नहीं हुई और होगी भी नहीं. But मुझे पता है कि they've got my back, and if a hater comes on my profile and writes whatever thing about me or my family or Raghav for that matter of fact, they really would rip that person apart with logic. With logic, they're never mean about it, and that's the best part. That they are not approaching hate with hate. They're approaching hate with logic and sensitivity.
And that's the most important thing. I mean, you cannot beat logic. And half the times these haters are illogical only. वो अपने ही frustrations they are projecting upon you through these things. Yeah. And I think that is what makes the difference. If you put logic in front of it, half the time they just back off because they have to. They don't have any other option.
Yeah.
Right. And this thing also, okay, पहले एक चीज़ खत्म करते हैं, then I'll definitely come. We'll come back to this. But talking a little about your engagement and the proposal, how was that feeling? Like when you were in the spot at that point, taken off guard, how was it?
I think a lot of people think that proposal was staged, and I understand why.
Because mainly of the photographs and videos.
Yes, mainly because we both were color coordinated. Little do people know, go back and see all of our pictures from the trip. We're always somehow color coordinated.
Somehow, or was that planned?
No, that was not planned.
Okay.
There is no way I would have looked like that with my mascara. Zoom in the pictures, you will see Sakshi was not prepared. I had an intuition, and this is again very exclusive to you. I had an intuition that the proposal was going to happen.
Okay, over the trip or like that
Over
day?
the trip. Over the trip. We were a month, and I never get, like my OG family knows, I would never get my nails done. I had to leave for the airport at 10:30. I got my nails done at like 8:30, right before my flight because I had that intuition.
Okay.
Now we were on this trip for more than a month, and a month had gone by. Nails grow out and they break.
Right.
My nails were filthy by the time I got proposed. I had lost all like my inclination towards the proposal happening was gone. Whatever inclination, whatever little hope, ray of hope was there, it was gone.
Okay.
Because one, I'm so grade A, just terrible at this, but I checked the bags.
Oh my God, really?
I did, yeah. I checked the bags to see if there was a ring and I couldn't find it. And you would be surprised where he hid it. There was no way I could have found it.
Where was it?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll never build up to that.
Okay, done.
So we were supposed to go to we were supposed to go to Isle of Skye, which is in Scotland, and हमारा एक layover था Glencoe में.
Okay.
जहाँ because it's a too longer drive, तो हमने एक रात का layover ले लिया था बीच में. Glencoe is a beautiful space. So we reached there at 7:15ish. Raghav, both of us, because we had been traveling the whole day, we were both tired. Can you imagine? Both of us took a nap because Raghav suggested, let's take a nap. This guy knew he was going to propose like an hour later.
Let's take a nap.
We both slept and took a nap. When we reached the space, हम bags रखने गए थे वहाँ पे कि हम वापस explore करने निकल जाएंगे. और हम 10-15 मिनट सो लिए. And then I had to go like freshen up. And he tells me that he was practicing getting down on the knee while I was in the washroom. And he cried.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know any of these things. And I was so upset कि मैंने कहा राघव हम पहले ही घूम लेते अभी हम वापस गाड़ी से निकल के वापस गाड़ी में ड्राइव करके जाएंगे. So he's like, let me drive. And I'm just... We were so normal. Like I literally asked him to take my OOTD pictures when we reached this place because it was so pretty.
Right.
And we are randomly like going and frolicking like how I do. And I see a random hiker, as you do in Scotland. You spot a lot of hikers who have cameras on them because there are so many landscape photographers.
For photography, exactly.
And I saw the landscape, like some hiker going. I'm like, इसके हाथ में कैमरा है, ये हमारी बड़ी अच्छी पिक्चर्स ले लेगी. तो मैंने उसको अपना आईफोन पकड़ाया और वो मेरी पिक्चर्स और वीडियोस ले रही है. And little did I know that was the hired photographer. And Raghav is also very nicely. All of them are acting and acting to the very like. I'm so in. मेरे को इतना I catch on things very quickly, and I'm very observational. I don't know how they could cheat me during that because she was like, Raghav is introducing me as this. She's a really big creator from India, and this all. He's like talking
and she's
to.
also acting as
वो भी Instagram खोल के हाँ देख रही है सब पता है उस लड़की को. And end में we were like in a corner जब pictures वगैरह ले ली हमने phone side में रख दिया. We were just having a moment, and I could see that same hiker was taking pictures of either the landscape, but she was pointing in our direction. And I told Raghav, I think that hiker is still. I said that hiker is still taking our pictures, and Raghav said that's so creepy if she's doing that. The guts of the man
I know,
to say. तो मतलब मुझे कुछ इंट्यूशन नहीं थी.
Right.
And
he made it, very
spotless.
कोई गलती है ही नहीं कहीं पर. You cannot even imagine.
Yeah, and when he went down on his knee, he pranked me. He pranked me with an empty fist at first, and then he took out the real ring, and I was just
the typical "ये जवानी है दीवानी" wala scene where there's
so
a toffee that comes out of the ring box.
So filmy. And over the last few years, I used to keep telling Raghav, I'm not going to tell you what my dream proposal looks like, but I hope you know what my dream proposal looks like. And there were only two briefs in my head. It has to be in the wilderness, and it has to be during sunset. And I don't know how he knew.
Check.
And I don't know how he knew that, but he knew it.
Of course, he knows you well enough to probably guess that, I would say, and know it.
He just knew I'm not the girl who likes a lot of people do the Eiffel Tower and the rose petals and the
not that you couldn't do it.
Neon
boards. Of course you could do it.
नहीं भाई मुझसे नहीं. If you would have done that, the answer would have been
no.
Not a yes. I would have been furious. Like, what is this?
Not an enthusiastic yes.
No. Honey, we're not even going to go there. No, enthusiastic तो दूर की बात है.